Well, good evening, everyone. Really good to be in your companies. Once again, this is Phenomenal Leadership. And I'm your friend, Bishop-elect Edlin Scott. I'm really excited about the opportunity to share with you once again for this powerful broadcast. We're seen on two platforms. You can see us on Facebook, Voice of the Living's page, and then my own personal page, Edlin Scott. And so I'm really excited about what's been going on and what's been happening. Loving how the Lord is moving, how God is really doing some great things in our lives. Really appreciate that. Those of you that go over to YouTube, we got a YouTube page. It's called Edlin Scott's YouTube page, and I want you to subscribe to the channel and follow what we're doing for the Lord. Really good program for you. So I want you to like and share as you come on in on the broadcast. Like and share, like and share, like and share. I posted something on Facebook today and I said, are you being used or do you feel used? And so I'm sure that provoked a whole lot to come to watch this broadcast tonight, but there is a reality. There is a reality. And what is the reality? The reality is, am I really being deployed? Am I really being promoted? Is something really going on for me? Or am I being taken advantage of? And so, in tonight's broadcast, I'm going to show you. And you're going to be able to determine whether you are being used or you're being taken advantage of. And so really reach out to somebody, reach out to your friends, let them know that, hey, Bishop Scott got something hot going on tonight. And you need to be a part of it. I'm sure it's going to bless you. Phenomenal leadership is something that God has given to me to kind of help with leadership. John Maxwell says that leadership is all about influence. Leadership is all about influence. And he's coined a saying that says everything rises and falls on leadership. And so when you understand that, then you understand the importance of good leaders. There are people that are in the capacity of leaders, but they're not good leaders. And so go with me for this journey tonight. Okay? Go with me for the next half an hour as we talk about how leaders gain influence. The reality is every one of us here has some level of influence. Every single one of us. I don't care who you are, you have some level of influence. But in order to be relevant in this time, your influence has to continue and it has to increase. Because what you could have told a child, you may not be able to say it that way to someone that is a teenager. What you could say to a child and a teenager, you may have to find a different way to present it or more information to present it to someone that in their 20s. And so in order to stay relevant and stay on top of things, your influence has to increase. And so I've been going over the word influence. And so we've been taking it apart, every letter of the word influence. And so where we are today is we're at the E in influence. And so I really want you to go ahead, reach out to your friends, let them know that Bishop Scott is live. We got an absolutely beautiful program for them tonight. We're talking about leaders gain influence by enlarging people, by growing people. And so go ahead, reach out to them. Listen, our church is in an in-house revival this week. We're in an in-house revival this week. Last night we had Prophetess Linda Moxie speaking. Tonight we had Elder Alfonso Stubbs speaking. And we got 3 more nights of this in-house revival where we're going to hear from Minister Gladstone Brown, Minister Darren Roll, and Minister Alex Hinsey. They're going to be 3 young men that's going to be bringing the word on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So really want to watch the Voice of Deliverance page for those nights of revival. Then on Sunday, Apostle Wallace is doing his pre-birthday celebration. September 12th really is Apostle's birthday. But on Sunday, his family, his friends, his well-wishers, we're going to all be celebrating the man of God, another milestone. Thank God for him. And we got to be grateful to God for what he is doing. And we're celebrating Apostle Leon Wallace. So those of you whose lives have been touched by his ministry, reach out to him this weekend. By Monday the 12th is the birthday. Sunday is the church service and celebration. And so we're looking forward to it. Now, then the end of the month, the 3rd of October, begins our Founders Week celebration. Our Founders Week celebration, which is our pastor's anniversary and church anniversary. We got started in 1982, the month of October, and we've been celebrating for the past 40 years. And so this year we're celebrating 40 years of ministry and existence, and 40 years of victory, 40 years of watching God bring us through and bring us to whatever he has for us. And so we're closing out that chapter, and we're embracing another 40 years to see where God is going to take us. And so I want you to come celebrate with us from Monday to Friday. It's going to be Apostles' anniversary. And then on that Sunday, it's going to be the church anniversary. Really thank God so much for what he's doing. All right? Let's dive into how leaders gain influence. It's important. Influence is important. So, leaders gain influence by enlarging people. Leaders gain influence by growing people. When you want to understand the extent of your leadership, then just look right around you. Look right in your vicinity to see whether or not you are growing anybody. And it's simple. The question is, by listening to me, by following me, by being around me, am I making you better, or I'm holding you back? Dr. Paul Kreitz says it this way: there's nobody in your life that's there neutrally. There's nobody in your life that's neutral. They're not good or they're not bad. No. Everybody in your life is either there to push you forward or to hold you back. There's just nobody just there, just neutral. And so, a leader in your life is an absolute gift, because a leader in your life, after we would have dealt with the E, then the next word is N. And the N in leadership or in influence is about navigation. So leaders help you get there. Leaders makes it easier for you to get there. So leaders enlarging people. Leaders enlarging people. A parent enlarging their children. A supervisor enlarging the people that they supervise. A leader enlarging the people that they are responsible for. And so, what is happening? If where you are, if you are not growing, then the leader is of no benefit to you. So, it's either they are growing you or they're not growing you. And if they're not growing you, then we have to explore the why you are not growing. Every day, you should be better. Every day. I used to say it a lot when I first started Phenomenal Leadership. I'm in your life to stretch you. I'm in your life to stretch you. If you notice an animal, we got pet dogs or pet cats. And when they get up in the morning, the first thing that animal does is stretch. It stretches itself. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you do is stretch. So I want to know, Are you being stretched? Are you being stretched? Or is your life exactly where it was when that leader came into your life? So, are you growing? For those of us that are in the church environment, one of the greatest concerns and one of the greatest thing is, how do you grow an organization? How do you grow an organization? And one of the ways that you can grow an organization is to grow its people. If you have an organization of blind people, then you may be considered the center for the blind. If you have an organization of crippled people, then you're considered that's a reflection of what you are. If you have an organization of exciting people, then your place is exciting. The building takes on the character of the people. If the people are sad, okay, a hospital is a place where to fix people, right? A morgue is a place to carry dead people. So the character of the people is what the building takes on, what's going on in their life, right? People that are troubled or they're bad or they're lawbreakers, they're in a place called prison. So if you want an organization to grow, then it has to do with what happens in the life of the people. Not an extension on the building, not a pretty paint on the building, not the way how the decor is set up. That really doesn't grow the organization. It is what is implanted in the people. If you're looking for a school for your child, whatever your end result is, if you want them to be in the medical profession, you look for a school that at the end, at the commencement exercises, it produces a lot of people in the medical field. You look for that. If you're looking for somebody that's in sports, you look for a school that at the end result they produce world class sporting people. So, if you want to grow an organization, you have to grow people, because the people is what is going to give the organization its name when you grow them. If you have a bunch of hurting people, you have an organization of just hurting people. But if you have an organization of empowered people, if you have an organization of enlarged people, then your organization is enlarged. So how do we grow? How do we grow? How do we grow an organization? We grow the people. Then, how do we grow the people? You grow the people as a leader by growing yourself. In order for you to help somebody, you have to be in a position to help somebody. And so, what I really like, and I found it second-handedly, is that when I started Phenomenal Leadership, I found that as I researched, as I read, as I prepare myself to help people, I found out that I was getting taller. I was getting wider. I was becoming a better public speaker. I'm becoming a better leader. I'm becoming a better person. Listen, one of the things that really defines leadership is when you can put that smile on somebody's face, when you can make somebody happy, when you can empower somebody. That really does something for you. And so it is just really such a blessing. What is in people's head reflects on what they do. If you want to learn somebody's heart, you figure out what they're dreaming about. And believe me, every day I'm looking for ways to become a better leader. I'm not satisfied and I'm not settling for where I'm at academically. I am trying to become a better leader. I'm listening more. I am looking for mentors. I'm looking for information that I can pass on to somebody. Because as I interact with people in my circle, I'm finding out that as a result around me, they are becoming a better person because of what is being transferred. So, in order to grow your organization, you have to grow your people. All right, you have to grow your people. So, remember, I talked about it at the opening of the broadcast, and the post that I placed on Facebook says, are you being used or are you feeling used? Where are you? Where are you right now in your mind? Are you being utilized or you're being taken advantage of? Is your gifting being utilized? Have they been highlighted for the utilization of helping, or they've been utilized who is benefiting most? All right? So, you go yourself. Leadership is all about adding value to people. Adding value to people. Enlarging people is so very important. Putting a smile on somebody's face is so very important. I did something this weekend. And it's a simple thing. It's a simple gesture that I did for somebody, a couple of people. And to my surprise, I thought that, oh Lord, this is all I could do. But to my surprise, what I thought was just so little meant so much on the other end. And I really did it based on my heart and my capacity. But, I mean, it made such a huge difference. And so, leaders must always, in order to gain influence in people's lives, people don't want to know what you know. They want to see that you care. They want to see that you care. And don't ever get the impression that people can't tell whether you care. People can tell. People can tell. Now, some people may not say anything about it, but people can tell. Okay? Are you doing the things that you're doing to add value to people? Are you doing the things that you're doing to add value to people? I was just talking to a business person just minutes before my day ended. And they were sharing with me about how they kind of price the services. They offer service, how they offer service. Now, they said they could get crazy and pretty much price themselves right out of the game. But they're so concerned about helping that they price it to a place where it's comfortable for them to work for it, and it's comfortable for the client to so that everybody is happy. And I smiled because they didn't know what I was going to teach tonight. They didn't understand what I was going to teach tonight, and I thought that was so powerful because the average person structure a business so that it adds values to them, to me, brings me money, makes me look good, puts me on top of the food chain. But you got to be very careful with that. See, if you have an apartment, if you have an apartment that you want to rent, you're a landlord, you want to rent an apartment, you don't want to set up your apartment so that you're gonna be happy, or just drop the relevant things in it that so that it can be rented. You want to set it up where when that person walks in the door, wow, I don't care what this costs, I want this, because it reflects them. And whenever you make people feel good about themselves, you get a great performance out of them. So as you set it up, you set it up in a way where whoever walks through the door, even if they can't afford it, they never stop thinking about, that apartment down the road. Lord, if I had the things that you're doing, is it to add value to people or is it to add value to yourself? Different motivation, and I'm going to show you that's going to yield different results. What is it for? What is it for? When you promote somebody on the job, do you promote them because they are qualified? Do you promote them because they're qualified and the promotion is going to make them better, it's going to help them? What is behind it? What is behind it? You got to be very careful. You got to be very careful as a leader, that what drives you. Motives are very important. Motives connect to a desired end result. Now, you can't let your motives be so connected to this end result that you don't care what happens in getting that end result. Because I've seen leaders that they want a desired result, and if it meant killing the team to get that desired result, they'll kill the team. Got to watch out for that. Okay, so whatever you do has to be about adding value to people and not to yourself. See, when you